repeat some of these things is to ensure that our beneficiary institutions do not waste time in trying to access the funds that we have given them. And there are a number of times when some people confuse our guidelines with what they have seen in other public agencies. One thing we assure you, I do not want to read those things. I can assure you one thing, that, and without fear of contradiction, in Tetfund we have always said we don't have failed projects because we have foolproof guidelines that protect public funds, ensure that there are no leakages, and that nobody takes away our funds and walk away with impunity. If you attempt to take our funds, you will return the funds to Tetfund. That is one thing we have done over the years, and it has assisted us in ensuring that public funds are protected by us, and if we are applying them, they are applied to priority areas that we have determined are the right things to do at this time in the history of the transformation of the education subsector. These are other elements, as far as I'm concerned, that I think I do not intend to bore you about. Next slide, please. Now, key achievements of Tetfund. We have, for instance, the provision of multimedia micro-teaching laboratories for 58 federal and state colleges of education. If there is anything Tetfund is proud to have done in our colleges of education to enhance facilities for teaching and learning, it is the micro-teaching lab. And as I'm talking to you, they are being completed. Believe me, the colleges of education in Nigeria will not be the same after we would have commissioned these facilities. Funding the takeoff of the 12 new federal universities, that one is in public domain. Support for the establishment of the Almajiri modern schools under the Sangaya system of education. Now, we did that up to 2011 when our law changed and we exited from supporting basic education. Boy child education program, we recognize that there are peculiarities across this country. The boy child education program for the Southeast geopolitical zone. And we have other programs that are coming up on regular basis. The Board of Trustees reviews itself and introduces those that we feel are important to address special needs of other segments of this country, just like we have one for the South-South. Presidential Postgraduate Scholarship Award for first-class graduates, the PROCEED. This is one intervention initiated by Mr. President to say, look, let us support our very best. And they are giving scholarship, most of them outside this country. We need to tell them, we recognize you are our best and we give you the best support for you to return, acquire higher qualifications, and contribute to the development of this country in the education sector. Presidential NYSC merit awardees who have also been supported to go for higher degrees, funding of Committee on Needs Assessment, development and rehabilitation of infrastructure laboratories in all 54 federal and state polytechnic and college of education, flagship program of academic staff training, I mentioned that. I think there's no need repeating those aspects. Next, please. Now, what I've done is to see if we will conclude my presentation with pictorial evidence-based performance of Tetfund. And you will see, I was told, and I'm sure if you take a look, the director that packaged this meeting and the man that I took over from as acting ES of Tetfund, Malam Aliyu Naiya, did something that I'm so proud of. If you notice, around here you will see various pictures emerging in the smaller screens. Almost every, how many seconds? I think maybe 5-10 seconds, a new picture is emerging. While I'm showing you only a representation of some of the iconic fiscal infrastructure that Tetfund has provided, I can assure you it is a negligible fraction of what Tetfund has done in this country. And that is why Aliyu Naia, as the Director of Corporate Planning that packaged this meeting, I can tell you on my behalf and Board of Trustees, said we will put those pictures. You will see many more of those pictures that at the end of the day, they are the ones that tell the story of what Tetfund has been doing over the years. And let me put it this way. There is the joke that goes around that very soon somebody may move motion for renaming of our public tertiary institutions as Tetfund tertiary institutions. I've heard this. I heard this. It's not my creation. I've heard it. And I can tell you at Tetfund, we are humbled by the positive response of Nigerians in that respect. And I think we are determined where you think we need to improve. Our website are there. We have all channels of communications. We will get happier at Tetfund, from the Board of Trustees to management, and indeed overall, the wonderful and supportive staff of Tetfund. We will get happier if you make observations about those things that we need to continue to improve, because we are representing Nigerians. So those are some of the pictorial evidences across this country. And I think you will notice they are in different parts of this country. I just saw Abakaliki. One moment you will see Akure, another moment is Maiduguri, another moment is University of Ibadan. Of course, Unilag is there, Yaba is there. I think the tallest academic building in Lagos is Yaba Polytechnic, and it's a Tetfund project. I can tell you we want to see a situation where very soon the unions in our tertiary institutions will go to federal government and say, we have had almost enough of physical infrastructure. Let us concentrate on the content components. That is our wish. That is our wish. Because the truth now is, about 10 years ago, even 6, 7 years ago, people were wanting to see physical infrastructure in terms of lecture theaters, even Senate buildings that you can take for granted, laboratories, of course, the libraries, and so on. People wanted to see those physical infrastructure. Now, I tell you, when we had a town hall meeting at University of Port Harcourt recently, the students now have gone beyond the realm of the physical infrastructure, and they are dwelling around the contents, and now even wanting to raise issues about interventions in areas that our law does not permit us. And I told them we have now moved to the luxury frame. And I think we didn't know that we get there too soon. It is our desire that we continue to concentrate on the content components. It's our wish that very soon our public tertiary institutions will be listed not only among the top 100 in Africa, but among the top 100 in the world. That is our desire. Our main ambitions for the future in Tetfund is to champion the institutionalization of research and development, R&D. Only 8 days ago, I was invited by the postgraduate school of UI to deliver a lecture, and I chose to speak on R&D. Incidentally, Tetfund has approved a vision, and top on that vision, 6-point vision for Tetfund for another 5 years includes the institutionalization of R&D in our public tertiary institutions in this country. And I can tell you it's two-pronged, like I mentioned at the UI lecture last week, two-pronged in the sense, while the Board of Trustees has approved that we put funds to have units of R&D in our tertiary institutions, we are proceeding with advocacy with the support of the National Assembly. I'm glad the Chairman House Committee on Education, Right Honorable Aminu Suleiman, is here. He has told me you have partnership from the National Assembly guaranteed for Tetfund in this drive. And believe me, the ASU president was in my office. ASU president was in my office. And they have said the same thing. They will support the advocacy